A fable from a true tragedy, which happens in Christmas of 1990. Our royal family, they get it together for 3 days. Well, it's not the first movie about Prince Diana. Diana 2013, a disaster with a fucking fantastic score Rotten Tomato. 7%. Oh god, I can't breathe. I'm suffocating. But the Spencer 2021, well, no difference, just 77% more. Not too much, 84% Rotten Tomato. Well, yeah, I know it's not very different. This children director, Larraín, did wanted to show us treacheries and lies of British establishments. Also, he pictured Castle of Verlis that is like a haunted hotel with ice and cold and unspayed walls and full of fucking ridiculous rules. Keep the noise to a minimum. They can hear you. Oh god. Really? It was on the top door of the kitchen room. Really? What does it mean? It's very clear. A confirmation that those cold eyes and unspayed walls, yeah, they had ears and eyes, and it's one of those basic subjects on the movie which repeated so much. Pablo for the production, oh god, his attention to details is very nice. Foods, dresses, the way they talk to each other show us how limited they were. Also, it had some problems. For example, the movie had some unintentional comedy scenes. For example, the scenes when Dana was talking with Pheasant, or another scene in the refrigerator. Dana, with both of bulimia, was talking with a Spall. All Pablo wanted to do, he wanted a super classical movie and using Shakespeare ambitions. And for this, he used a lot of ideas, though some of them were silly, not too much, but most of them were so brilliant. One of those brilliant ideas was time. Pablo could picture all of Diana's life, but he did not. He just pictured 3 days of her life, and by that, he could tell us that how pressure did Diana had to bear, and this is the difference between this movie and other royal biopic movies. Because of the great storyline, it wasn't traditional because we could clearly see how much pressures where Diana had to bear. And this tells us Diana's real personality and her past. To be honest, and make a longer story short, it was a movie about a sick mother in a stately home with sound of jazz and foggy sequences, and all the foggy sequences, they make dreamy sequences. And these scenes rendered by production designer Guy Hendricks Dice and captured by cameraman Clay Mathan reached a full claustrophobic pinnacle thanks to Johnny Greenwood's score, sometimes dissonant, sometimes jazzy, and always reflection Diana's in the mood. I'm sure we've seen plenty of takes on this tragedy before. The Crown, the most recent memory, yet Spencer feels fresh, unique, and interesting. It is intoxicating filmmaking and its finest. Kristen Stewart is magnificent as Princess Diana. She inhabits the role perfectly, drawing you in and stunning you with execution that has to be rewarded come Oscar night. On top of that, Johnny Greenwood's score does wonder throughout, navigating lavish grounds and a broken heart. Spencer follows a loveland prince on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Uncertain and unhappy, she escalates hysterically across the haunting hallways of the majestic palace. Suffering from eating disorder, insomnia, delusion, and she grabs every opportunity to escape hostile classes and cold and patronizing roles. Sick of putting on a happy face that propagates a culture of silence, we watch her fall apart piece by piece, drowning you in self-pitying, self-harm, and ridicule. Trapped in the never-ending loop of royal duties, protocol, and tradition, the UK's most prestigious family stays obvious to Diana's crippled mental health. Barring the humiliating gossip, her outfits evoke more concern than her well-being. Johnny Greenwood's music almost suffocating. Anxiety, including music amplifies their internalized pain and isolation. Oh, as a Johnny Greenwood? Yes, I did. He made a great music and Pablo knew exactly where he has to use it, so at right sequence, by Greenwood's background song and Pablo's experience, we could see the right thing at right sequence, and it was fantastic. The cameraman, Clay Mathan, he captured the movie like Diana is really in prison. To be honest, we can feel it. In addition, the picture size was the size of the frame or squeezed to get a little more than normal, and this makes the area more tight, and we can feel that prison area more. Actress Kristen Stewart was a great choice. She could show us Diana suffers very nice. In addition to this, she could show us that how Diana is perky, spoiled, and self-pitying, and how she likes to spending time with her children, and how she loves with them, and it's the only happiness she has. Simultaneously, Stewart could show us the pain behind those smiles when Diana's with her sons, and she knows this moment's never gonna happen again. Well, this shows that Kristen Stewart is a smart in her career. Also, she is great to playing as celebrities those that meant a problem, like Sylvester 1990. and both Sir Berg and Spencer choose the same method. But if at Sir Berg she could play this method 40% good, she did it in Spencer 80%. In Spencer, she had a classical performance with a fire and pitting eyes, which shows how a person can be complicated. About the character she played, Diana, well, she's pretty too. In this movie, we can see that Prince Diana must have real and control life. Also, we can see that she can't even choose the clothes and dress some lonely. Holy shit, come on! I want to get in naked and dress the clothes and choose lonely. It's none of your fucking business. Well, she doesn't like this lifestyle, and this makes a lot of problems for her and make her crazy. So, by this task, she got a big mentor. The problem she has with royal family is that she wants her freedom and identity, which royal family, they don't want to give it to her. These subjects that Diana does not want to be like royal family made her a woman on edge and sad, and Stewart could do it fantastic. Also, we have to not ignore Kristen Stewart's good British accent. Well, she's an American actress, but she could speak in British fantastic. Jeff Darren is very sympathetic towards Diana, and it's very clear that in royal family, no one counts her, in addition they fight with her. In one sequence we see when Maggie's not at Sandringham, Diana only talks with Darren. So yeah, Darren is the good guy of our story. Maggie, the friend of Diana at Castle of Willis, actually the only friend she had. Well, she's Diana's dresser and old friend, however in reality, Maggie was not exist, but in the movie we see Diana and Maggie and it seems like that they are very old friends. Maggie is Diana's dresser and each other friend, but royal family, as they knew Maggie and Diana are friends, they sent another dresser for Diana, and it was a confirmation for Diana that, yeah, royal family is watching every my movements. So, what did Diana do? She just tried to avoid asking the new dresser help. Diana caught in love is married, bounded by prison-like rules, and constantly reminded that nobody besides her sons wants her there anyway. But the second day at church, we can see the pain of Diana, which is in her face clearly about Camilla, who in the movie we do not hear her name, but we can see her face on Diana, how Diana hates and afraid of Camilla. By Diana's action at first dinner, we see how nervous she was. We see that she's in a horrible mental situation with both of bulimia, and no one except Maggie understands her. Well, Maggie is an exceptional, and those questions she asks herself about ghosts as, are they really following me? It was 111 minutes movie, and it's going to finish with a peaceful, lovely, bitter and sweet end, and yeah, it was really great end. Alright guys, it was for this review. Subscribe my channel to see more reviews. Don't forget to comment which movie you'd like me to have a review. And if you didn't like this video till now, do it for me so I can energy booster. And put your mask to the next clip.